Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
Hey, honestly, he's one of the funniest guys on the planet. I'm serious. And he's with us today, Cyrus Steele, comedian. Cyrus, how are you?
I'm doing all right, guys. I'm so excited that we're doing this virtually because gas prices are just way too high for me to drive to the radio station. So thank you guys for allowing me to do it virtually. Because I've actually started pawning stuff at the gas stations. They're like, can I get 20 on pump 5? They're like, do you want to pay cash or credit? I'm like, how much can I get for this mini fridge? The Frigidaire, it's been in the family for a couple of years. How much can I get for that?
That'll get you 2 gallons.
I actually try to save money on the Uber rides too, because Uber has gone up. So like, I don't even go all the way to my destination at this point. I'm like, you can drop me off right here. He's like, so we're on 285, sir. I'm like, that's okay. I'll walk the rest of the way. Yeah.
And you'll get there faster in Atlanta traffic anyway. So
it's kind of crazy out there right now. It's kind of crazy.
You know, I was just thinking this morning, Cyrus, the first time you were with us, we were actually still in studio. I remember all the impersonations he did, Dan, and he had us rolling. And he has so many, but he did a few. But that's been over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy you mentioned that because I just last night heard about Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, so sad.
Definitely. When I was a kid, he had an influence because I watched one of my favorite Disney movies is Aladdin. So just watching Gilbert as Iago, the bird, like I loved it. And I remember thinking, like, even last night I was talking to friends, I was like, did he come out the womb that loud? Like Gilbert Gottfried. Like, can you imagine him trying to teach kids as a teacher? Like, I'm so glad he's a comedian. I'm so glad he went into comedy because as a teacher, he would terrify kids trying to teach them nursery rhymes like, Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Kids would just come home crying every day. I loved him in that movie, and of course he was the Affleck Doug, which was hilarious. So,
I had forgotten that he was even on Saturday Night Live. I mean,
that's
now
right.
The clips are coming out, and they're talking about his family. And he has, if you've seen pictures of his family, he has young kids.
Yeah, they were saying he, as loud as he was and boisterous on stage, he was just a teddy bear off stage, and. It kind of reminds me of myself, even though Dan disagrees. I'm a nice guy. Ask Ed Wiley. But he was the first person, speaking of impersonations, he was the first person I saw do Jerry Seinfeld. And I thought the dichotomy of his raspy, loud, boisterous voice, and then he could, because Jerry has that softer voice, like, hey, what's going on? I mean, what's the deal with gas prices? What are these people? And when I saw Gilbert do it, I was like, man, how do I learn how to do that? Like, he was definitely just a master at his craft. Absolutely.
He was. Wow.
Comedian Cyrus Steele, always a delight. He's got a lot of stuff coming up we want to talk about in a few. The Dry Bar Comedy Special is out. We'll tell you how you can see that. And he's going to be with Andrew Stanley the 21st, I think, of April. All right. So, Cyrus, you're always working on stuff. And when I check your Facebook, and thank you for. Thank you for still being on Facebook for us old people. The memes you post crack me up. The lines crack me up. I appreciate that. You bring so much delight and joy to all of us. What are you working on now before we get into the Dry Bar stuff and your other gig?
And thank you for mentioning that. I'm excited about the show with Andrew Stanley. I bribed him. I tried to get Ed Wiley. He had something with the goats.
But I got always the goats, right? I mean, come on.
I tried to tell him beforehand when he was getting the ranch. I was like, maybe goats require a lot of attention, Ed. And he's got 80 kids already. So, I tried to warn him, Dan. I tried to warn him. But no, right now, it's crazy because I always thank people for letting me do their show virtually because you're asking me what I was working on. I keep thinking about the Oscars 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good to be virtual because people are slapping people for telling jokes. So thank you guys. And, and I saw Rick's hand move a couple of times when I was live. So I'm so glad that we're doing things virtually now because listen, I'm trying to picture the apology that Will Smith gave Chris Rock over the phone. Like, yo, woo, hey, Chris. Yeah, it's Will. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I apologize if I hurt you. I did not mean to hurt you. And you know, Chris was probably like, you didn't hurt me. You know it hurt me. Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3, Men in Black 4. I think it probably went something like that. That's what I'm working on right now. Is just, you know, how not to get slapped on stage. So
it apparently makes you famous, though, whether you're slapping or being slapped. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was crazy. But I was kind of glad that they said Denzel. You know, he came in there. He's like, okay. Okay, let's calm down. Everybody calm down. Okay, I don't want to have any problems. Okay, because I will break my foot off in your John Hine parts, and I guarantee you that. He probably said something like that. But yeah, I was glad they were able to find a peaceful closure to that. Peaceful.
Well, if you're like Dan and I, when we watched the next morning the clips, we thought it was a gag. We thought, okay, all right. No pun intended. Again, what's the punchline? Mm-hmm. And there was not a punchline.
It was a punch. There was no line. It was just a punch. Yeah. What I thought was interesting is O.J. Simpson was interviewed. And I was like, I'm not Will's publicist, but you know you've done bad when O.J. Simpson is the voice of reason. Like, you shouldn't have done that, Will. Like, did O.J. just like anyway? Yeah, like I was trying to picture like if like at this point all the wrong people are calling Will, like Bill Cosby. Yeah, I wanted to tell you if you need any help, because they gave me 10 years too. They gave me 10 years. I was like, no, Bill, please don't help. You do not need that kind of help.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Oh my gracious, Cyrus Steele. This is just a sample of what you're going to encounter if you check out the Dry Bar special, and you see him at let's see, what is it? Mad Life Stage.
Yes, definitely excited about that show. I'll be headlining, and I've got Andrew Stanley, who was kind enough because, you talk about me, like he's doing all sorts of things everywhere. So I was able to get Andrew Stanley. He's going to open the show for us. And it's just a family event that you can bring everybody to. A lot of times we say there's nothing for, Christian families where you just want to bring the whole family out and have a good time. So this is one of those events you can bring everybody. And hopefully if it's successful, we can have more events at Mad Life Studios like this.
Awesome. Yep. Looking forward to that. Now tell us about the Dry Bar Comedy special. When does it come out? What can we expect?
Okay, so it's already out there. If you go to the yes, sir. If you go to the Dry Bar app, you can actually download it. And I appreciate all the love and the support folks have already given me. It's been the first time I've gotten trolled since I've done the Dry Bar special. And by the way, it's called Lazy Eyes Matter. Okay, lazy eyes matter, and they do, because I do have a lazy eye. Okay, that's why I'm glad we're doing this virtually, because neither of you would know who I'm looking at right now. Listen, I go to the movies. It takes them like 30 minutes to get my order right. I'm like, I asked for Milk Duds and gummy bears. They're like, sir, at the time of the order, one of your eyes was looking at the exit door, so we just took a guess. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah, but no, it's called Lazy Eyes Matter, and you can download it. And of course, I'm on YouTube, and I got my first troll who told me in the comment section, said somebody told him he was funny. I was like, actually, that's true. That's how I got my start. Is somebody told me I was funny. So
thank you for stating the truth there.
Yeah. I can't argue with that troll. I can't argue with that.
There could be worse trolls, so that's good.
This is true. This is true. I've seen some of them, so
yeah,
mostly on Ed Wiley's page. But
oh yeah, it's the goats. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's the goats.
Comedian Cyrus Steele. We need to. It's been a while since we've talked to Ed.
He's doing all sorts of stuff. He's got some funny videos too. I was looking at one of them recently, but oh man, I love whenever I can get together with Ed Wiley. We did a show, I want to say last year or the year before together, and it's always fun working with Mr. Wiley. If I can get a hold of him, he's
well, he's down there in the middle of nowhere, so he doesn't get internet reception wherever he is. But you guys should get together and have a little presidential reunion with Obama and Trump. You can do Obama.
Trump. We're totally gonna do it. It's gonna be so huge. We're gonna do it so bigly. Ed Wiley, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest people who's ever done an impersonation of Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump. Okay, that I can tell you. He does it so good. China has good impersonators. China's really good. Yeah, I love his impersonation of Donald, and I do have my Barack. I try to picture Barack trying to tell me how to fix my car. Like, you imagine Barack as a mechanic, like, come on, Barack, I gotta go, Barack. Let me be clear. Your carburetor. That's what we're looking at right now. Let me tell you about carburetors. Like, Barack, I don't need you to tell me about a carburetor. I need you to fix my carburetor. I'm just saying, it could take a while. It would take a while for sure. Yeah.
Cyrus Steele, comedian. You can check him out on his Facebook page, his Instagram, and Gig Salad, which I'm gonna have to check that out. I guess that's where they can see a lot of your stuff there. All of your stuff. What?
Yeah, it's a place for folks that are looking to book a comedian, and of course, like, they're able to see clips from my Dry Bar special. They're able to put in their information if it's for a church event, a corporate event, and I get a lot of opportunities through that app, Gig Salad. So yeah, they can look for me there, and I'm always posting things or information about how to book me for those kind of shows. So.
Can they truth troll you there as well, like they did on YouTube?
Listen, I get truth told by my girlfriend in person. By the way, like, nobody told me that women lie just as much as men. Like,
of course they do.
Yeah, like the whole Valentine's. She's like, I said, what do you want? She's like, you can get me anything you want. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
So when I went, like, on Valentine's Day, we exchanged gifts. We'd exchanged gifts. Well, she exchanged gifts. Okay. Right. I remembered what she said. Okay?
The thought that counts.
Yeah, she was like, "Where's my gift?" I was like, "Well, hold on." I went to the jewelry store. The jeweler was like, "Do you want to purchase this?" And I remembered what you said, which is the thought that counts. So I told the jeweler, "Let me think about it." And she got upset. And so this year I did a little better. She was a little more blunt. I said, "What do you want for Valentine's?" She held her hand in my face. I'm like, "I want something shiny and expensive that I can take with me everywhere I go." So I got her a full tank of gas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have to be a good listener, Dan. You have to learn how to listen to your ladies. So we're doing great.
Hey, relationship tips and comedy. Cyrus Steele.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Maybe you should do that on the side. Relationship, just ask Cyrus.
I would ruin so many marriages, relationships. No, here's the other thing is they think they're romantic sometimes when they're not. Like, she'll send me a text or she's like, I'm so grateful every day I get to choose you. I choose you. I'm like, wait, are we still choosing people? I thought we were in a relationship. Who are you choosing over? Like, I didn't know. I didn't know we were still doing that. I was like, that is not a romantic thing to say. I got a little worried. And I'm not good with pickup lines either. She was asking me, I think all women do, like, if we didn't know each other, like, what would you say to hit on me? And I was like, well, if we didn't know each other, we wouldn't be dating. But I'd probably, like, I'm not the most romantic. So the only thing I could come up with is, if you were COVID, I would be the vaccine.
Oh.
She was like, so you would kill me? I was like, okay, that didn't come out right. So I'm just glad we met at church and not, somewhere where I have to send her a cute line like that. Cause I'm horrible. I'm an introvert, and some people are extroverts. I love them, but I love being an introvert because I've had to fake my own death to get out of a conversation.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of my friends think I'm dead right now. So please don't tell them I'm doing Faith Talk Live.
We won't.
Yeah.
Your secret is safe with us, Cyrus.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you.
Comedian Cyrus Steele. Check out his stuff, whether in person or online. All right, Cyrus. Now, this thing, you've had this girlfriend now for some time. Okay, I've been keeping up.
Oh wow.
Where's it going? Where are we going with this thing?
You and her asked the same questions. We're going. I'm going to be political. Let me be clear. We're going. We're going. Things are smooth. Things are smooth. Like, I'm trying to put together surprises and stuff because she doesn't like surprises. I don't know if you have this. Like, Rick, how long have you been married? I see your wife and you guys post pictures and stuff like that.
About 40 years.
Wow, 40 years. See, so what's the secret? Like, I need to know, what is the secret?
I'm still trying to figure out what the secret is after 40 years.
Okay, so you never really get there. I'm just trying to figure out the part where you carry her purse. I've seen that a lot at some of the comedy shows where the guys, it's like, is that hers? He's like, yeah, this is marriage. And I'm like, what age does that happen? Where
right away, pretty much right after you get married.
Oh, okay.
I did become a coat rack.
Is that a book? Yeah, but it is all about them, isn't it? They've got the commercials. Every kiss begins with K.
Yep.
Say yes to the dress.
Yep.
Like there's no say neato to the tuxedo. There's nothing for men. There's nothing for us.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Comedian Cyrus Steele, check out his stuff. Cyrus, we appreciate you. Let's catch up in the summer.
Yes, sir.
And see what's going on. Check out all his stuff, his Instagram, his Facebook. Go to Gig Salad, Dry Bar Comedy, and the Mad Life stage coming up the 21st with Andrew Stanley. I mean, we had Andrew in the studio probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he had us rolling about the whole homeschooled.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yeah, we immediately clicked at because he's also a fellow introvert, and I don't know the whole thing. I hate ruining other people's jokes, but he's got this hilarious one about when they send the Amber Alert. I don't know if you guys have heard that one, but it's so hilarious. Yeah, where we're all supposed to look for this person in a white van. It's like, there's several white vans out there, and then he's incriminating himself at one point during the joke where he's like, then I realized that there's someone in the back seat or something, and he's motioning. And anyway, it's a hilarious joke, told much better. I tried to get his grandfather, Charles Stanley, because I'm trying to get as many people to come to this show. I love Charles Stanley because he always has like 3 points, or 35 points to his message. He's like, listen to me now. Listen, you can't get from here to there. Listen to me now. Listen to me, Rick. You'll never see a U-Haul following a hearse. Listen to me now. Listen to me. He loves you to listen to him. So I'm trying to listen as much as I can to Andrew, for any comedy tips out there. But I'm so excited. That's going to be April 21st, next Thursday. Yeah. And so we hope a lot of folks will come out for that.
Awesome.
Check it out. Comedian Cyrus Steele. Cyrus, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
All right.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.